I'm Fakey.
And I'm Mr. P.
And we're a special guest.
The Mighty Magnus Power.
We're the twin-headed pug dragon of this modern poet, and it's our honor to host Below the Belt on this channel, a wrestling history show. My camera doesn't want to work as per usual, but Lieutenant Dan is going to be coming in just a minute, but before he comes in, let me fill you in on what's happening today. Today, my friends, I'm pretty excited for today, and let me tell you why. No, this isn't your list. I don't know. Oh, where the hell did I put your list?
I gave it to you.
Hang on. I got it. Yeah. God damn it. See? It's like babysitting. Anyway, so we have our list of top 10 heels. Now, this is probably going to be a two-parter. I can't see us, Magnus, and Lieutenant Dan explaining what heels are, when good heat and bad heat is, and getting through a top 10 list in one episode. And we're going to talk about what in its purest form, what a heel is.
Yes.
I would like the perspective of Magnus, who played, it seems like you did a lot of heel characters.
I was always a heel. I was born to be a heel. I love being a heel. I at my very first training match, I guess you could say, I tried to be a baby face, and I hated every minute of it. But
I'll be honest. I've always liked heels more than I have faces.
We were talking about this last night in bed. Like, even when I was a kid, I was a Savage Mark. I was a Piper Mark. Like, I loved DiBiase, even as a little kid. I don't know what it is, but I've always been that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is about anti-heroes that I can relate. What do you think it is about anti-heroes that people relate to? And then on the other side, we'll talk about the actual heel, beating their ass kind of thing, you know. People having to literally fight their way back to locker rooms back in the day. It wasn't always like it is now, you know what I mean? So, I got a Lieutenant Dan.
My tag team partner.
Fuck my camera, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Fucking again.
Guys, Lieutenant Dan, Magic Leg, how are you?
Man, I just had the best stream of my life.
Dude, it was crazy in there. You deserve it. You deserve it and more, and it's all going to continue for you because you're a good egg.
Except your game cheats. I didn't win once.
You did win once, Mr. P.
Oh, it must have been when I had to take the dog out. I kept going, awesome, I'm in first place. By the end, I'm in last.
Yeah, you actually did win one.
Alright, Dan, you know what we're talking about. We're talking heels. We were just asking him from his perspective in the business, because he always played a heel. What is a heel?
Well, I guess everybody knows the very basic definition of a heel is the bad guy. But really, the heel is, I guess, the heel is the artist. He's the one who sort of paints puts the colors on the canvas for the baby face to work with. If the baby face is the brush, the heel is Bob Ross. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The heel is really what is what drives the match. The heel is what gets people emotionally attached to the baby face. A good heel could get a can of green beans over. If people hate you enough, then they will naturally get emotional. The attachment, the psychological attachment, it is driven by the heel. He drives your love for the baby face. The love for the baby face generally isn't natural. The hate is the most natural, most primitive of all instincts. He is the one that fosters that animalistic instinct in each and every one of us, and that wants to see us get our face smashed in, because everybody loves seeing the bad guy lose. And so that's where the emotional involvement in a match comes from. And a good heel knows how to manipulate that in you. He knows how to draw that out, but slowly, and make it pop.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but in the older days, the heel is the one that controlled the tempo of the match too.
Absolutely.
This was when spots were still called in ring. Obviously,
I did say in the olden days because of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way I knew it. I only knew calling spots in the ring. I've never, aside from rehearsing, going over a start and a finish before the match, spots were always called in the ring when I wrestled.
Dan, it's kind of broken, but we were talking about it right when you rated us. Like, Dan, you're a bad guy for a fan, right? We were talking about it right when you rated us. Have you always been a bad guy fan or a good guy fan?
I've always been a heel fan.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. What is that?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I guess it fills some need in me to want. They're just more entertaining to me. Like John Cena is like the ultimate face, which means good guy for those that don't know what a face is. I can't stand John Cena. Absolutely can't stand Hulk Hogan when he's good. I hate him.
Hate him with a passion.
I hated him as a kid. Yeah, I really did.
I wanted Piper to kick his freaking ass.
Yeah, Piper was a great heel.
Yeah,
I loved him.
He may be coming up on lists of things.
I actually liked, believe it or not, I actually liked Piper as a face, but only because I loved him as a heel.
Yeah, I agree with Dan. On that. He didn't get over for me as a baby.
See, I only liked it because I liked him that much as a heel. And his first match was against Bret Hart.
But even though he was babyface during that stint with Bret Hart, I remember the interview before the match,
and it was a heel interview.
He was still doing the heel stuff. I remember this one line, and he was so hysterical. And he's just talking about, I was there, and Mama Hart was there making bologna sandwiches. Of course, there was only one slice of bologna, but I ate it. And, it was just like this backhanded compliment, but it was such like a heel.
Or when he versed,
a heel comment.
When he versed in half blackface.
Oh,
yeah.
Total heel move. Total heel move.
I don't agree with everything that got done. Let's just say that.
But that was a heel move that he did as a face. See, I really think he was the first face that was still a heel. The first Stone Cold type
I think
guy.
Piper was one of the first people that blurred the boundary. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
He was so bad you loved him.
All right.
But when you hear my list, a lot of these guys had both. They were heels.
I feel like
faces.
before we get to the list, Zach, how are you, my friend? The economic scene is pretty lit. I don't know. I liked it when he just came out and rapped, to be honest. But anyway.
Oh, God, the Royal Rumble
I thought it
where
was
he
funny.
spent 20 minutes rapping.
I thought it was funny. But anyway.
Pissed me off.
I think there's...
I never liked I like you, Emerald. I never liked him, no matter what his persona is. I don't like him. He comes off as fake to me. I just can't stand him.
Yeah, I apologize, by the way. Things are usually more interactive in the library, but when we do podcasts, it's kind of, not quite so interactive. But we will take questions, I promise. That's why this is going to be a 2-part episode. So, but I do feel like there's one concept that we have to cover because it's something that we talk about with Roman Reigns every week, although it's getting a little better with him. But let's talk about what's good heat for a bad guy versus bad heat for a bad guy. What is, from your perspective, like, can you hear it in the crowd, the difference between, oh my God, we want this guy to die, bad heat, and we want to see him get his ass kicked, and I never, ever, ever want to see you on my television again.
Even it's kind of changed, because in the old days, if you had that I want you to die, you were the best heel. Yeah. You were awesome.
But that's different.
Nowadays,
that's what I'm talking about.
I want you to die, it's the face that nobody likes.
Yeah.
Like Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Like Ronda Rousey got.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly the answer to the question is, I don't want to look at you anymore, heat. As opposed to, oh, we hate you and you Hulk Hogan needs our, you believed that Hulk Hogan needed your energy to googly eye up or whatever the fuck he called it or whatever. To do his thing.
If you got that first kind of heat, people paid money to come see you get your ass kicked. If you have the second kind of heat, then you risk losing business.
That's exactly.
Emerald, I'm with you on this.